Welcome to Back to Me, the podcast where all of our conversations start somewhat sensible
Just keep it.
and end in nonsense. And I have not turned the notifications off of my computer, in case you heard that.
We are your hosts, Lisa and Katie.
It won't
Sorry.
stop.
It's just all my concentration to get through that first part.
Yes, and what
What is
if
happening?
I go focus, do not disturb? Do you think that'll stop it beeping
It's
at me?
your computer's beeping, not the phone.
It's my computer beeping because my phone is getting texts.
I disabled that because that was annoying on my... I just lied. Out my whole mouth, I just lied. I had Lara's boyfriend disable it for me. I had a few different things that came up on my computer and I was like, Seth,
Fix
deal with
this.
with
Yes.
me. Thank you very much.
Well, no, I didn't really like it, but now, it's just, I've gotten really lazy. So having it pop up on the
it's very
computer is
handy.
quite
Not
handy.
when I'm doing Zoom calls with people talking about their sex life and then bing, bing, bing. It's not.
Yes,
it's not
that's
appropriate.
not good.
It's not appropriate. Or your daughters try to FaceTime you in the middle of a call. All not appropriate. So
Non-appropriate.
Seth had to sort that out.
Like
for me
middle
today.
of a podcast, not appropriate.
No, that's okay. Free content. As I
Free
always say.
content.
Free content.
I actually have an update for us.
I'm ready.
We ran a certain experiment where I discussed something that the person whom I was discussing about. So in the last episode, I talked about an embarrassing story about my sister.
Yes.
And
I cannot recall it this second.
It was Tom Ford.
Oh, yes.
the
I
sunglasses.
Got it. Aye, that was.
She thought someone was asking...
Oh, no. Make them listen, Kitty. Make them
go
go back
listen.
to the last one.
Go listen. But we pretty much assumed she doesn't listen. And I was safe to tell the story.
Yeah.
Well, within days.
Ah,
She marched into the kitchen and she's like, I do listen. And I was like, oh.
I love
So
that.
both equally flattered and terrified.
Yes, well,
She's
I had a
listening.
friend just say to me the other day, "Oh, caught up on the podcast," and I just quickly changed the subject. I was like, "I want to talk about it." Oh, it's too embarrassing. I'll circle back to them when I'm more like, "So, what do you think?" When I'm ready for the.
Did you feel like they had comments?
I felt like I wasn't ready for any comments. But so I'll
We
circle
get enough
back
comments from the men.
Yes. The men who love us dearly. So I'll circle back to her and say, right, I will take your constructive criticism. But I just was like not in that headspace at that minute in time.
That's fair enough.
So we've had quite a few views on the Tick of the Talk of people thinking I'm kidding Nicole Kidman's daughter.
And I'm going to clip that one too.
It's
Because
hilarious. I don't go on TikTok because I find it disturbing.
Yes.
But hilarious.
Well, I intentionally, you can pick the cover photo.
Right.
So I intentionally did pick the part of where the subtitles literally
Perfect.
say I am Nicole Kidman's daughter, even though you were saying I'm not.
What
So
did
that
we-
was good. Fun.
Clickbait, whatever.
Yeah,
yes,
I
whatever it is.
clickbaited you all.
Well, we clickbaited, yes,
I don't
absolutely.
think it turned into any new subscriptions or anything,
No, I
but
don't think so. But
it made us laugh.
it made us laugh. It did. No, that's what we're here for.
It is.
Making us laugh. And did you then send me something that Nicole Kidman and her husband are separating?
Yes.
And is that child that pretends that that's her daddy? Or is that child pretending to be Nicole Kidman's daughter? If you don't know this, you only have to put it into TikTok and it will happen.
She lives under the floorboards.
She
She says.
claims that Nicole Kidman kept her under the floorboards. That was a perfectly lovely life. But is that his daughter or is it Tom
I think
Cruise's?
she would have made. I don't know if she's ever made mention of any father.
Oh.
Because, surely you would if it was Keith Urban or Tom Cruise.
See there, you got both
I'd-
the names.
check me out.
I'd lost his
I just
name.
had to rush that sentence out because I could remember it for a few seconds. But presumably, it's neither of them. But I don't know. I didn't go down this rabbit hole. You did.
It was terrifying. It was terrifying. The other rabbit hole that we were sent on, even though my phone is on Do Not Disturb, my children still seem to be able to find me. Oh, they're away.
Lisa's
Let's
phone
talk
just
to-
started buzzing.
Oh,
Oh, no, there it goes
No,
again.
they're back
Twice.
again. Okay. So I think I'll just hold on till I just reach over and decline a call from my beautiful daughter.
Sorry, Elise. If she sends again, you'll have to answer because then it's emergency, right? 3 tries.
Oh no, she would just keep going probably. She's No, we. Oh no, I'm just looking at my phone. So no, we have the dolphin emoji is alert.
Oh, okay.
See,
Here she goes again.
should I just answer for a laugh?
Yeah, answer. Put her on the thing.
Oh dear me. Sorry, people listening. God. Hello, honey. Yep, just recording the pod right now.
You're live on Back to Me. Hello.
Sorry, I did have the phone on Do Not Disturb, but hey ho, here we are.
Apparently she didn't.
And it's not even Tuesday, Elise. Tuesday's my late day. It's taken me about a year to train her up for Tuesday's a late day.
Aw.
So, yeah.
She thought she was doing the right thing.
All right, honey. Love you. Bye. Well, I don't know if
That makes Elise our first guest.
That makes it strange. Oh, I had somebody message me about wanting to be our first guest.
Oh.
Now, hold on.
Was it Joss Stone?
How can that be?
Oh, she's showing me everyone that her phone is on Do Not Disturb because you probably have your
emergency children.
Yes, your children and your husband can bust through the...
Sorry about that. Kind of not sorry. It was kind of fun, wasn't
it? Oh yeah. So who wants to be a guest?
Somebody contacted me from America, a life coach, saying that she really enjoyed our content. I'm not sure.
I don't think she could understand a word we're saying.
And she had like 1,000 followers, and I'd love to be a guest. And I said, we're not quite at that stage yet, but when we do get there,
you've got a lot more followers than us.
Yes, true. So that was funny. That was funny. Now we have a lot of things to recap on because we have been off for a couple of weeks.
We took an unplanned 2 weeks.
We had a wee bit of sadness in our lives, didn't we? You had sadness, and I had a very close family friend pass away very, very, very tragically, and we're all still reeling. But when I was listening back to some of our pods, we have a lot of loose ends. A lot of loose ends. A lot of loose ends. So in a minute or two, we'll have my life coaching section, and we'll talk about grief and all that sort of stuff. But right now, let's tie up these loose ends.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, this could be a whole new section.
Get me. So last week, whenever we talked about the Christians who thought the rapture was coming.
Yes.
Dinner.
And here we are.
And here we are. I think you might have been taken. I definitely been taken.
I could have been like maybe sort of on the way, and then they might have dropped me back down.
So the idea is that Christian believers, believe that Jesus is going to come back.
Yes.
And if you're in the faith, you will get swooped up to heaven.
Some people believe that in the Christian faith.
And some people in the Christian faith were folding up their clothes for this transition.
And making sure they didn't need to poop around the time it might happen.
Stop it. I didn't.
Oh, yeah, someone was like, don't be on the toilet when the rapture happens. I don't know. I mean, do they think their clothes they're going to go up naked? Did they think they were good?
The lady that you and I follow, who is a theologian but has come away from
deconstructed.
Yeah, that was my God. Oh dear me. So anyway, that lady was doing yoga moves and all. She did make me laugh. She was getting stretched and like I'm ready for whatever time. She was mocking the whole thing, and I was like, but I'm hurt the people.
You're not heartbroken for them.
I do have a lot of feelings. I'm not quite sure what bracket to put them in. I have a lot of feelings because it obviously didn't happen, and these people.
Oh well, you know why it didn't happen?
Oh God.
Jesus clearly isn't aware that we use a different calendar now than we did all those years ago. So actually it was a date muddle up. And I'm not sure what the new date is.
I cannot.
But it could still happen on the original calendar from the Bible times.
Oh dear. Dear Lord in heaven, Mary and the wee donkey. What the actual heck?
Now, the one lady that we had...
I know, I do feel bad.
She's who you feel bad for, but she deleted her account the next day.
Stop laughing. I'm hitting Katie right now. Stop laughing. It is... Oh dear, I hope they're all getting the help that they need.
Yes, and I don't want to laugh at anyone's mental illness.
You are laughing.
And so I apologise for that.
No.
But...
Stop it. Anyway, so the rapture didn't happen. We're still here.
Loose end. Maybe it did happen, just nobody we know.
That was nobody we know. Sneaky. That was that loose end. The next loose end was you were meant to go down the rabbit hole of Ellen DeGeneres. That is she a goodie or a baddie?
Ooh. Was I?
It was mentioned in past
It
pods.
was mentioned. I could probably just speak to that anyway without having gone down.
Speak to that, darling. Speak to that, darling.
To it. I actually really liked. I very much liked Ellen DeGeneres. And then basically, this is the scandal that she was a terrible
This
boss.
would be the part I want you to speak to.
This
Not the
is-
fact that we all liked Ellen DeGeneres
No, so I'm
back
just
in the
checking.
day.
I'm just checking that the part you're talking about is that it
Yes.
turned out she was a terrible boss and she'd been awful to her employees and
Yes.
even the DJ guy, I think.
Really?
But everyone just sort of, and she apologized but kind of kept going.
And then her little tag at the end was like, "Be kind to each
Be
other."
kind. It's always those ones.
It's always those.
It's always the people that preach out on something that are doing the opposite.
Oh,
Isn't it?
me.
I don't know. I think, what is the saying? Power corrupts.
Very sad.
Whatever.
Very sad.
I think when you get into a position where you are probably as famous as she is, where you have people absolutely worshipping the ground that you walk on, you probably do fall a little bit into
Do you think so?
being a terrible person. Don't you think?
Well, I know when you go to see these huge concerts and you just think to yourself, like, how can you just go home and have like
Cup of tea and a digestive
mashed
biscuit.
potatoes and sausages? Like, how can you? I don't eat sausages anyway. How can you just go? I don't know. And I did hear one time that Ali is Bono's wife. She has him stay in a hotel when he comes. This could just be an urban legend, but when he comes home from tour, she's like tour
Every week.
every week. She says you need a little bit of like downtime.
Decompression on your own. She doesn't want him in the house.
Yeah, basically, she doesn't want him in the house for a few days, and I could see how that could be a real thing.
Like Taylor Swift.
I just don't know
How
you
did she
could-
do? What did she do? 180 of those 3-hour-long tours. Oh
No,
my
she was
days.
bad. No,
Tour.
you're
I can't.
bad.
I've just lost the ability to say that.
No,
word.
and also the performing and the gigging, but also that just everywhere they are, that they're just on all the time.
Yeah, they can go nowhere.
They can
I
go
would just
nowhere.
like to point out, I think Taylor Swift is still a wonderful person.
Do we not think until
Well, just because we segued it, we kind of squeezed her into the Ellen DeGeneres spot.
oh, right, okay, yeah.
Just because she's powerful doesn't mean she doesn't
Well,
eat
maybe
mashed
they-
potatoes.
Or a cup of tea and a digestive, I think, for sure. And we all know what we're talking about dinner now. So yeah, but I do believe there are very powerful people who are either artists or whatever.
So Portia, Ellen's wife, stayed with her and they moved to the Cotswolds as far
Yes.
as I know. So now they live in England. Maybe we should wander around there one day, see if we can bump into them. I don't know.
Has Rosie O'Donnell moved to Ireland? Did you hear
Oh
this?
yes, because did you not hear Donald Trump he's gonna take her American citizenship off her, even though, but he can't.
How does that happen? I saw her on like Lorraine or something. And I'm like, what is happening?
She said she was one of the celebrities that said if Trump got in, she'd leave. That
Right.
actually left.
Good on her.
But then Trump said that because she's a danger to America with her humor, I don't know, that he was going to take her citizenship off her, which she's an American. She was born in America. You can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that. Sure, you
You
can't.
can't do
No,
that,
you
no.
can't do that. You can't do that. Okay, was that all the loose? No, one more
I
loose
feel like we
end.
didn't tie that up.
Oh,
What do we think?
we
Is it-
don't.
do you remember we were talking the other week about Grace?
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of hurt people in her wake. But I think she also has done a lot of good.
Yes.
So no,
We
we're
don't
not
know.
actually tying that
We
loose
don't
end
know.
up. We turns out we don't have the answers
Turns
to
out,
anything.
imagine. We're not actually. We just have random ramblings, not even opinions, random
Just
ramblings.
nonsense.
As my Jackie said the first time she listened to it, it's hilarious, but it's just waffle. Like I was like, yeah, no, we should have a disclaimer of that. Speaking of which, sorry, I got my nails done today.
Your nails are beautiful.
Sorry.
As is your hair.
Now stop it.
It is.
You cannot be serious about my hair. Sorry if you're not watching.
It is. Why?
Got soaked today.
Oh no, it works.
This
It's really nice. I thought that when you walked in.
Thank you very much. Sonny.
Mine
Thank
is mad. It needs a haircut quite badly. It's big and bold and frizzy, but
I
this
think
is
it's lovely colours. Nice
this
and
is day
blonde.
4. I need to wash it.
4,
Yeah,
that's good going.
I should have washed it this morning, but it was Monday.
My brother was home from California and he doesn't know about dry shampoo. He didn't know, but we
Interesting.
had the dry shampoo on the go. I was like, the girls came home for the funeral that we had to go to of a family friend, and there was lots of conversations with 3 girls in the house about dry shampoo and where was the dry shampoo? And if you shower today, then I'll use it. And he was, what is this dry shampoo? That is not a real thing. Those 2 things are not 2 words that go
Fair.
together. I was like, that is fair. That is very fair.
I don't
So-
actually use it anymore. I'm not sure it's great for curly hair, is it?
What?
since I converted.
I don't know, and I have another opinion that we don't have an answer to.
I deconstructed from my straight hair days, frizzy curly hair days.
So the last tying up knot that we'll probably not tie up.
And there's no way it's the last one. It's the
last one on my
where
list.
you stopped writing lists.
That's on my list. Was we talked about the dolls that look like real babies and how scary they are.
Particularly for you when you see a child swinging one around in a supermarket.
Fake real baby. It was very scary. But then I sent you the reel about the dolls that were made to move by like invisible fishing wire. So how scary was that? Like actually scary.
So people set up a scene where their wife's lounging on the couch and there's one of their baby's dolls is sitting there, and then they just wiggle it to get their attention, and then they move it really fast. I think that's pretty genius.
Very funny. And the women just were like side-eyed it, and then when it went, they just went screeching off. But if it was a guy, they kind of side-eyed it, jumped, and then started. There was one with a big teddy bear. He started punching the face of the teddy bear. The women were like, out the door, away. No need for that.
No need.
Screaming, someone come and help this situation. That was very, very, very funny.
I have a loose end actually that's just popped into my head. And I don't know if we said it out loud on the podcast, so it's just a loose end.
It's for you.
Personal loose end.
Personal loose end.
You can't cross roads.
Stop telling the people.
And I need to understand. You don't like it, or you can't.
Try to avoid it as all possible.
Explain yourself.
Well, I just don't like it.
So
that's it.
Roads with cars on, or just all roads.
Well,
so like if there's nothing,
cars are on all roads.
But you could look both ways and see there's no cars for a mile.
Okay. I would still triple check 15 times.
Okay. Is this stem from something?
A past life where I got knocked down by a horse and carriage. I did kind of get knocked down, not knocked down, like I jumped up, I had been drinking, but that was fine. That was years ago, but I think that was just, I don't know if it was actually the start, but I think it was so bad at it, that's why I got knocked down. Hold on till I find the tissue on my body.
Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Which came first, Lisa getting knocked down or not being good at crossing roads?
It's on my way to the ice bowl in my misspent youth. Slightly intoxicated.
This is a new story to me, and I am very glad this came up.
So if I'm out with you, I'm just dripping here. Hold on a second. If I'm out with you and we're crossing roads, I will take your arm like an old person, and I
still hold my children's hands, much to their horror, if I'm crossing roads.
And I make Jake now. Jake is 17 and big boy, and I'll be like, Jake goes, okay, I'm not holding your hand. You can hold on to me if you must.
Well, that makes him look like a gentleman if he's had his arm for his
Exactly. Elise is good. She'll just take your hand and drag you across the road. Lara and I would probably be similar in this, checking 15 million times if there's no cars coming.
I have no problem with that, checking for cars.
But you don't mind crossing roads?
Oh, no, I don't mind crossing roads, but I support your checking.
I think that should be a normal thing.
Yeah, I could cross a road as far as...
I don't mind crossing roads.
Tonight I go out and get knocked by that.
No, don't say that.
But I would rather you check 10 million times than not check.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but then I get all up in my head and then I would like stumble and do silly things. I'm just not actually also good with really bad with public transport as well.
Yes.
I hate buses, trains, abomination. Terrible.
Because you get yourself in such a state that...
Well, because I have
been
on... No, this is actually a real reason. I have been on trains and buses that there has been these things we used to have called bomb scares. So that's a real trauma situation.
That is a reasonable trauma situation.
So that thing's a real thing. I can go on them okay with other people. I also clearly talk for my living. And when I get on a bus or a train, I just make up things. I've bought too many tickets. I bought the right ticket. I have bought...
What do you mean you make...
I just say stupid things when I get on. I just say something.
So you do buy the wrong tickets, or you just say you bought the wrong tickets?
Oh no, I've done them all. I've
Oh, you
bought the
do.
wrong
Oh,
tickets.
you
I've
like
had to
say
go.
the wrong thing to the ticket lady and
Mhm.
end up with a
Mhm.
train to Derry instead of
Yep.
Belfast.
Got on the train the wrong way. Got on the wrong bus numerous times. You're laughing a lot now. Got on the wrong
So
bus numerous times. Have had big conversations with the bus driver while there's no need for that at all. Have bought too many tickets on the bus. Have bought tickets to different places for 6 of us one time. Why anybody give me that job, I don't know. Had to then get off said bus, go to the like kiosky bit, get the refund, hold the whole bus up. It was a disaster.
I didn't realize quite what rabbit
I'm
hole I
not
was pulling on
allowed
there.
out. Nigel, you're just not allowed out by yourself. I'm like, that seems fair to me. Our friend Jill does not like buses either.
So how? So say you go to the Rabbit for a nice cocktail out. How do you get there,
I have
Nigel?
people.
Yeah, Nigel. He's a good dude.
I have people.
We were in Paris for the weekend.
Yes.
Last weekend, and there was one point where, oh my goodness,
So you flew to
we
Paris?
flew to Paris, but we hired a car.
Right, okay.
Don't ever do that.
Why?
Oh my life.
Why?
You probably would be in. If you have you been to Paris?
Yes, for our honeymoon 30 years ago, and it was insane
I'm surprised
then.
you were able to move around because they do stop for pedestrians, then they don't, and then they just drive all over the place. But in the metro, the underground, they jam in.
Oh.
You were like nose to nose
Oh,
with
no.
people, like
Oh no, the smelling. No.
it's so close.
No, I can't.
Like
no,
I have
not doing that.
I have never experienced, not in London, not anywhere, like
And you had your children with you.
and we had our children with us.
I
At
know
one
they're big,
point,
but
I
still.
nearly punched a dude because he was squishing my son. He's actually like the same height as me, but
That's
still,
scary.
he was squishing him and he was pushing him into a pole. And I'm like, dude,
No, I'm not
but-
going there.
no, it was
Well,
a
if I
lot.
do, I'll just get taxis. Are they as bad?
I don't think you would want.
So-
So no, don't go, Lisa.
We're just having middle-aged conversations.
the
now, when
conversation
we're not
we just-
finishing any of the sentences we started. No, just no.
I've always been told French people are rude. And I have always defended them because when Billy and I went 19 years ago, we did not experience that.
Yes.
This time, I think maybe because we were driving a car, we
So-
did experience that. There's no lanes. There is no indicators apparently on French cars. There is.
Who were you driving or was Billy driving?
I drove a little bit along the motorway and then pulled over and let him drive into the city, which we're not big potty mouths, my husband and I, but
Especially with your children.
at one
right?
point my son said, I think we should have a swear jar, and he actually, we reckoned
That's
we'd
funny.
be able to afford the next trip
From
with the
that.
proceeds.
But it is it's a chemical thing. It does actually help. It gets the stress out.
swearing.
Yeah.
What?
Okay, you can take that rabbit hole for next week. Yeah, I read that somewhere. It actually helps release the cortisol out of your body.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I feel like I could argue against this, but I will rabbit hole it first.
You rabbit hole it.
Swearing.
And then you hear two things. You hear it's a non-intelligent thing to be swearing all the time, or it's like, oh, really intelligent people swear all the time. But I don't know. You can rabbit hole both of those for next
Okay,
week.
I will
We'll
be
tie up
rabbit holing.
that loose end. We'll tie up that loose end. Our friend Joss Stone
Mm-hmm.
is lovely.
Yes.
I don't care. She's very famous and we say she's powerful. Yeah,
She's very,
yes.
yes. I think with celebrity comes fame.
I'm
Celebrity comes fame. I meant to say with celebrity comes power, but with
We're doing
fame
well
comes
today.
power.
And here's the
Oh.
thing, guys. We're actually recording today earlier in the day
So there's no
so
excuse.
that we would have more brain power. So we have zero excuse for this behavior. When she messaged me, she DM'd me when I was on my story saying, look guys, just going to take a wee bit of time here. We've had a tragedy with a close friend and thank you so much for all your kindness and blah blah blah. And she messaged me, DM'd me.
That is very sweet.
I think she's just
She
a
does just
lovely,
come across
lovely
as a very
person,
wonderful person.
isn't she?
And she's in the UK now. Although I think she's touring in America, but I think
Yeah.
she lives in the UK.
Yes.
Is she in the Cotswolds too? We could just
Surely-
wander around there
Surely
aimlessly.
she could find out for us. But yes, so we've both had grief touch our lives this last few weeks. Should we talk about grief a little bit? You know, I have a little bit of life coaching, Katie.
Yes, let's do it, Lisa.
Let's do life coaching. So, grief.
Mm-hmm.
5 stages of grief.
Ooh,
you do know this. We talked about this
We
before.
have talked about this
And
before.
you told me that it was actually baby. You told me then life coaching was just baby psychology. And I said, yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
I think that's fair.
So, anger, disbelief, bargaining, sad, and acceptance. And I think that my heart at this minute in time has almost got, my heart is healing, but I just still, my mind still just can't accept. Because I think when it's a very sudden, somebody's taken very, very suddenly, I think it's just your head, you cannot get, and when my mummy passed, I remember thinking the same thing. If I could just get my head and my heart to like start thinking the same thing or join up. But it's such a difficult thing to go
So
through.
the 5 things, is it that order usually? Or can it be any of them at any time?
See, I think I'm nearly through the order, but I'm still then going back to just disbelief. Just, you just turn around and go, oh, they should be there. They should be they should be dropping that wee text, or they should be doing that. It's getting the head. And I remember my mummy passed, my heart was still broken, but I would madly go and like pick up the phone to ring her. But even though I knew
even though you knew
I was in grief, my heart was broken. So it's just getting the head and the heart to.
So it's almost like your head and your heart go through the 5 stages at different times.
Oh, that's very good, Katie. That's
Thanks.
very good.
But that is kind of what it sounds a bit like.
Yeah. Feels like it too, yeah. So that's where we are, but we were kind to ourselves, and we tried for last week, and that just wasn't happening. So we just thought, no.
It was one of those, it kind of couldn't happen exactly when it needed to practically, and then both of us were like, okay, let's just put it off next week.
I'm actually quite exhausted. That's okay. It's okay. And that is the thing too, when you're grieving, you just get tireder. You sometimes end up getting a bit. When my daddy passed, I had to manage to avoid COVID. There, I said it.
She said it.
For like 3 years, my daddy passed, and I had COVID within 10 days.
Really.
It really does affect.
It's kind of like the whole people dying of heartbreak. When a husband dies and the wife dies 10 days later or something, it has to be connected, right?
Yeah. So we were kind to ourselves. Back to us. We actually did look after ourselves, which sometimes we're busy and we don't. Just generally, we don't look after ourselves, and now we don't want to do that. So we've been kind to ourselves. But we're back now, and it is nice to get back and do nice things that you enjoy.
Yes, and you do sometimes just have to force yourself into doing it, because you're like, oh, I'm not gonna, I can't be bothered, and then you do it and you have all the fun.
Yes.
And talk all the nonsense.
Yes. Well, my beautiful friends invited me out for breakfast. Not that you're not my beautiful friend. You did invite me out.
You didn't need to clarify that.
Sorry.
But the clarification.
My 2 friends. My other 2 friends. I only have like 4 friends, so it's not really. Asked me out for.
I'm not the beautiful one. I'm the funny one.
I was saying beautiful in they're kind and lovely.
It's
anyway.
fine. You were the one that caused this clarification.
My friend Jackie invited me out for breakfast.
That is lovely, Jackie. Beautiful lady.
And I was like, and I found myself out for breakfast, and our other friend Julie arrived, and I found myself actually laughing,
Yep.
And it's just that first getting that back, that first laughing, that first,
Yep.
And then your mind goes to their immediate family, and you go sort of back into the loop again. But you gotta sort of push yourself forward a wee bit too.
Where'd you go for breakfast?
Top of the town.
Top of the town.
It's gorgeous.
What, did you have the veggie?
The veggie thing, yeah.
Thing.
Sorry if you don't live in Antrim and you haven't been to the top of the town. That's just sad for you.
It is. It's a good breakfast place.
It's a good breakfast place. It is indeed. So that was mine. That's the life coaching part over. You did very well.
Thank you, but I'm sure it's not over. Because you posted on your Instagram.
Oh dear.
This was it yesterday or Sunday? What day is this? Yesterday and Sunday are the same thing. Saturday, maybe, I can't remember. You were in the Hello magazine.
Stop it now.
Darling.
Stop it. Stop it.
Do tell.
Well, I'm working with a PR company at this minute in time. I do this every couple of years, just so we chunk just a few months at a time, because it is quite expensive. And yeah, she just messaged last week and said, would you like to be, Hello is looking for someone to comment on people pleasing, which I'm all about. I could talk about people pleasing because I was a people pleaser for so many years. I could talk about that 24/7. And then SADS, seasonal
affective disorder.
Didn't know too much about that. Had to do a wee bit.
Had to do a chat GPT.
Chat GPT about that one.
I know people with that for sure.
Do you?
Married to one of them.
Undiagnosed.
Undiagnosed.
Well, no. Well, there was a. I think it was a GP. Were giving their sort of, and it was like, could you elaborate on it?
Professional advice.
Their stuff. They were blathering about it. Professional advice. Well, actually, no. They were more saying, this is how to identify it.
Okay.
And then she wanted me to put a bit of meat on the bones of what should you, practical things that you should do. So,
did you say buy a lamp?
I said about the lamp. I said about I hear now you didn't read there.
I realised as soon as I said that out loud, that sounded like it.
So anyway,
hold on, I actually did. I was just setting you up for being able to answer it.
And there's an alarm clock now as well that you can set, and it
glows, right?
Glows,
it turns into daylight.
Yeah, that's.
I read your article. I read about
that. So getting out in nature, all that stuff. If you can get out and it's a nice day, blah. We know all the stuff. It's getting ourselves to do the stuff. Just like when you're grieving, we know getting out for a walk is going to help.
So was it you just have to push yourself?
You just have to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 it. Mel Robbins, go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's much better than our other advice.
Yeah,
just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah, that's not just do it.
Let them.
Just let them. Just let them. What is it?
Let them.
Let them. That's not necessarily good advice.
I don't think it is necessarily.
But 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just leave your trainers out. Leave your gym stuff out. You will talk yourself out of it.
Billy tried to or suggested we go for a walk the other night, and I'm like, yeah, okay. And he goes, just 30 minutes. I'm like, oh, fine. Yeah, an hour and a half later when we get back,
and we're talking and putting the whole world to rights. Yeah,
it was good.
Absolutely.
But he did have to trick me into it.
Trick you into it. I just says things like, but we'll get a wee coffee. I'm like, okay, fine.
We actually.
Oh, yeah, sorry, go.
I didn't mind the excuse to get out of the house because it's quite cold in my house at the minute.
What? Tell the folks what you've done, Katie.
I haven't done anything.
Tell the folks about the time that you
over 2 weeks ago.
Over 2 weeks ago.
About the time of what?
Was there not a chimney situation and an oil situation on the one day situation?
Yeah, but that's not relevant.
That's not relevant. Okay, we're just skimming over that one.
We're skimming over that. The boiler stopped working.
Okay.
On a Friday evening.
Yes.
And we sat and stared off into thin air thinking, what in the world are we going to do to fix this? And then I went, wait a minute. I think we have home emergency insurance, only because it automatically renewed last year. And I was like, oh, I didn't want that. Can't be bothered to cancel it. Wow. So I thought, I'll ring them and see if it's something that they would deal with. So I rang them and they're like, no, I didn't ring them. Sorry. I went on the website, pushed a button that let you, because it wasn't an urgent.
Yeah.
Like we weren't dying, but it's an emergency in that it was cold. Mm-hmm. I thought I would report it online because I didn't need to ring anyone and didn't need to 999 it because we were cold. So I got a call back. They said they sent out an engineer. They sent out an engineer the next day. This is a good story. Stick with us. Mm-hmm. That engineer determined that we needed an oil pump replaced. Okay. I got a phone call from the insurance the next day to say we have approved the replacement of your oil pump. It'll be in 3 working days. It turned out, so it all started on the 3rd. On the 9th, the engineers came out to replace the oil pump and promptly broke our boiler into. Well, they broke a big whack off it, big piece of metals, broken in half, clearly hit with something it shouldn't have been hit with. And they walked out and said, oh, we're sorry, we broke it. And then just left.
Stop it.
And the next day I received a call from the insurance company to say, we've spoken with the engineer and your boiler is too old and unserviced, and so we're not covering it. And went to hang up, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
No, yeah.
So it turned into a very big fight because obviously the boiler wasn't too old. It is probably old, but it's not unserviced. We have had it serviced. And so they just made that up. But also they came into my house and broke my boiler.
Except it's a big problem. There's a problem here
I'm like, there's a bit of a logic thing we're missing here, in that you came in my house and broke my boiler, and now you're saying it's too old after you
diagnosed it that it needed a. Oh dear! So there's still no heat.
So I got a. It sort of just got. There was lots of phone calls.
It's grown legs. This thing.
Back and forward, and lots of arguing, and 3 different insurance companies who all were blaming everyone else because they all contract out to whoever. I ended up getting a call on, I want to say Thursday last week. We have reviewed your complaint. Ooh. And we uphold it, and we will give you a tiny sum of money as compensation, and your boiler will be fixed on the 20th. And I said, that's great. Can we close the complaint? I'm like, assuming you are telling me that you're giving me this money and you're going to fix my boiler on Monday. Yes. This is Monday.
I was just doing that dip maths in my head. I've been to your house. There was no one there.
Yeah. He had been and attempted to and still not fix the boiler and has left.
Dear. This is not the time of the year for this.
This is not the time.
Is the fire working?
The fire is working. It
Okay.
heats the lounge, but we leave all the doors open. And to be fair, it hasn't been so freezing cold.
But it could be.
But it could
Next week.
plummet next
Yeah.
week. Yeah. Oh,
Need
did
to
you
get
see
this sorted.
the heist at the Louvre?
No.
What?
You know I live under a rock.
I know, but this is exciting news on Sunday.
So that's it, done. Are we done with the boiler now?
Well, the reason it's come round is because I was looking at an article on the Louvre today, and everyone in France
article on the Louvre.
today on the Louvre are like, they're interviewing people because there's been a heist at the museum, and they're all in big coats and scarves and hats. And I'm like, we were there last week and it was really sunny.
Was it?
So that was the point.
That was the point. The Louvre was just a.
That was just.
It was just
by the way, there was a heist and some completely
What have they taken? What have they taken?
What's the word when you can't even put money on it? Not invaluable life. What is the
Too
word?
much money. I don't know the word.
They're
You're
not.
looking at
They're
me like.
so expensive. It's beyond a number. They stole like 9 pieces.
Oh, they got them.
Oh, so they reversed a van up to the side of the Louvre
Stop it.
with a ladder on the back of it. 4 of them up the ladder. They cut open a glass window, jumped in, smashed a thing, grabbed it, and went back down the ladder and rode off on mopeds. And they've got away with it so far.
Hey.
I know. I did say that to my sister. I'm like, when's this going to be on Netflix? Yeah.
Wow. Well,
What's the word, people?
expensive.
No. Priceless. Is it priceless? It's priceless.
Priceless.
They're priceless. There's like Napoleon's wife's tiara and all these beautiful emerald, like thousands and thousands. They dropped one thing. Apparently, it was like a tiara with like
Sorry, I'm not laughing.
1,000
that is
diamonds
funny.
in it. And no, you don't. You think it's terrible, and it is awful, but
Not funny. No, Lara. My art daughter will not think that's funny.
no.
Yes, no laughing. Not laughing, Lara. I'm not laughing.
It is. It's an outrage,
It's an outrage.
but you do have a little
It was
bit of
like, do you-
wow. They got away with it.
Do you
How?
remember in Temple Patrick when they drove the tractor and just lifted the whole cash machine?
The ATM. They did it in Antrim too. Yeah.
I
They just literally drive it in off the way.
I wouldn't find it funny if I was going to lift cash that day, but I did just think it was very funny.
It's very ballsy.
It is very,
Very ballsy.
very, very ballsy. Very
But
ballsy.
the French traffic will have helped them make their getaway because they just mopeded through it all.
No one would even notice that it
Completely
was
uncatchable.
They will make a series about that.
They'll probably catch them too. There's going to be a mistake somewhere because they tried to burn the van that has the ladders
Right.
and it didn't obviously work. So it's sitting there. So there's bound to be
Mad.
something.
I watched the Charlie Sheen thing on
Ooh,
Netflix.
I haven't actually watched that yet. Sort of because
Snooze, we can put a bell on. If this is your first week listening to us blethering, Katie's watched all of Netflix.
I have.
That's not true. She's watched all of Netflix that interest her.
Yeah.
I send her things on Netflix which she does not watch, but they do not interest her.
Correct.
But the Charlie Sheen thing is,
Should I watch it?
yeah, it's mad. And do you remember Charlie Sheen
Yeah.
in things? I mean,
Mhm.
I'm a lot
What was
older
it? Three and a
than
half.
you.
Three
Like
and a
I-
half men. Three and a half
Yes,
men.
but like I remember him in movies. Like I remember him like,
He was in Top Gun.
oh, no.
Oh, no, that was the spoof of.
That was the spoof one, yes.
spoof of it.
Dear shame. So, I remember him like, being in not proper movies, but oh my days. But both his ex-wives are in it, which is excellent.
Ooh, is he
It's
in it?
Oh yeah, it's like him sitting at a table in
Okay.
a coffee shop. He's telling the story, and then they cut off to people like, okay, well, yes, well, when Denise and I got together, and then Denise Richardson's there, and
Yeah.
they have her talking.
And are they in good
I'm
speaking?
not going to tell you
Oh, I will watch that.
because that's
I attempted. There is another thing I haven't watched that is something I would normally watch. It's called Monster. It's the Ed Gein story, which I just thought, well, that looks like something I'll watch, and started watching it. And Billy walked in and went, "Why are you watching about him?" And I'm like, "Who is he?" And he's the Chainsaw Massacre guy. Oh yeah, it's another one. It is made by the same guy that made the Jeffrey Dahmer one that I couldn't
Oh,
watch.
yeah.
I got to
No.
nearly the end of the first episode, and I'm like, actually,
no need for that in my
no need
life.
for this. And then another friend recommended it to me, and I said, I'll give it another go. I was about 30 seconds in. I'm like, nope,
Nope.
nope, nope, nope.
Well, I have had to give up on a show Nigel's watching The Mayor. I can't say it. The Mayor.
You
that
can
okay?
say it. That was good. Yeah, mayor. Mayor.
So use The Mayor
The mayor.
of Kingston. That's what it's called.
That's the dude. That's
Has the funny nails.
Oh yeah, what are the club fingers or something? There's a condition that
There's a
causes that. You talked about that.
Yeah.
But I was going to say he's a Marvel. He's a superhero, isn't he?
Yes, he is Hawkeye.
Hawkeye.
I know my superheroes. Thor's my favorite. And as I flipped my hair, I just flipped my hair just as I said Thor. I need a horse. That's the one. You know that one.
No, but I love that.
You know, in the very
I need a horse.
At the very first Thor, he comes down to Earth and he doesn't understand about cars, and he says, "I need a horse." Nothing much better than any of those impersonations I just did, and it made me laugh so much. My children in the cinema, my children were like, "Seriously, Mama, you have to stop." Like I missed the next three lines.
Against the superheroes.
I love them.
This surprises me.
Love them.
Oh,
Love it.
okay.
No, I didn't love like I have a serious face on now. Captain America wouldn't have been my least favorite.
That would have been your least favorite.
But I do like him.
Okay.
He's in a movie now. It's a threesome movie situation, which I'm probably definitely going to watch.
Can't believe you haven't.
And I think he's have to pay for it at the minute. I'm like, nah, I'll wait till that comes on free.
Just speaking, there's one other
Why
thing.
are you surprised that I love?
I just feel like you would be more of a
I can't wait for this.
romance comedy movie person than a superhero.
Heroes are usually romancy.
Okay.
They are.
Yeah, sure.
And then when Thor's away over there and the Bifrost and he can't get back to her, and then the guy who watches the Bifrost watches what she's doing and reports back to Thor. Oh, my whole heart.
Middle-aged woman.
Oh no,
tells the story of
Thor. And I also think they just were all at the right time when our kids were at that right age to sort of do that. But Iron Man is brilliant as well. Like they're hilarious.
What about Deadpool?
Yes, love it.
Like, to be fair, I like them.
I could see that being, that's very much your humor. I could see that being very much your humor.
He is very much my humor, and I feel that it is just, what is it, Ryan Reynolds? I just feel that he is Deadpool.
Yeah.
Probably without the fighting abilities.
Yes. It's very quirky. It's very quirky.
There's one other show I just watched on Netflix. Have you seen The Good Neighbor? Nope, that's not the name of it. It's The Perfect Neighbor.
Hold on, but there's... So I can't watch I can't watch that show. Nigel is on that show. I can't watch it.
Oh, The Mayor of Kingston.
It's just too... I can't.
Is it violent?
It's just too much violence.
It is very violent.
Violence towards women, and I'm like, nope. Don't.
But he's a good guy. He's like goes around trying to...
Okay. He's a bit like Wreck-It Ralph. If you don't know the Wreck-It Ralph situation.
He blunders on in.
He is... I'm not a bad guy, but he's a bad guy.
Yeah, fair. It's been a long time since I watched it, but now that you say that,
so right. I've heard this twice now.
The Perfect Neighbor.
Perfect Neighbor.
Oh.
Is it sad?
Yeah. It is, from a filmmaker point of view, fascinating.
Oh.
Because the entire thing is just made up with police body cam footage and a few CCTV.
Doesn't make you a bit dizzy?
No, somehow it worked.
Do you know what I mean?
I see what you mean now. But I was like, oh, this is going to be... Do you remember when Making a Murderer came out?
Yes.
Did you watch it?
Don't think so.
It was one of the first kind of documentaries that didn't go with, or in my world, that hadn't gone with like having a narrator or and you're like, how is that going to work? And it did. But this didn't even have like cutaway to interviews.
Really?
I think I'm saying that and now I'm doubting myself.
I will have to watch it. I'll watch it.
It's a crazy story.
There's another one, it's called Neighbour, but that's about people who are having affairs with their neighbours. And Sam Worthington, I think his name is. It's like a swingers situation, goes terribly wrong.
Oh.
Terribly wrong. Terribly wrong. But like it starts off in a really good way, but then not in such a good way at the end.
Is it funny?
It's not funny.
Oh, it's not funny.
No, it's not funny.
Oh.
It's so that all doesn't go well. So this is The Perfect Neighbor. This one.
Perfect Neighbor, yeah.
Okay. I'll have to give it that go.
Called that because she called herself that.
Oh. I think she dies.
I'm not going to spoil it for you.
Friends are telling us we must watch the blue lights, the red, whatever. We must watch blue lights. Yes. Blue lights. And apparently the whole reason for watching it is to identify places in Belfast.
Well, that is a lot to do with it.
I had there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Why did they close
I went to university.
Yeah. So I have to start that one.
Yes, it's a police drama set in Belfast. But it's very good because it's all that typical. There's crimes going on, but with the undertones of the troubles and conflict
Right.
and stuff.
Okay.
It's good. I really like it.
Okay.
You've got 3 seasons.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, that's okay. 8, 9. That's
3
too
seasons, and I
much.
think I want to say it's just 6 episodes a season. So
Okay. Okay. But sometimes somebody goes, "Oh, you should watch this," and you're like, 7
24
series
seasons.
of that. No, I'm done with that. Anyway, Katie, I'm very happy to be back podding with you.
Yes, I missed you.
Missed you too. Probably should have had a coffee before the pod because we spent about 20 minutes just catching up before we even started podding. But here we are. And look, I just did one little bang on the table there.
One little bang.
One little.
That's why
I've
I've confiscated the cups.
Right on the table. Confiscated the cups. Covered up my jewellery, so I'm not able to.
Oh, this is a nice jumper. I like this.
Thank you. It's from my favourite shop. Hello.
Victoria Beckham. Oh.
Hello. I did watch that as well.
Yeah, so did I.
Oh, Kitty. Wasn't it shocking?
Which part?
All of it.
Which shocking?
It annoyed me.
She's pulling her queer face right now. Why did it annoy you? We're meant to be wrapping up, but quickly.
Well, first of all, the funding that she got from Mr. Beckham the first time around when she did the clothing line.
Let it be noted that she was richer than him when they met, and she bought Buckingham Palace with her own money, cash.
Yes.
Okay, yep.
And then he then funded it. There was millions of pounds of debt, I believe.
Like 38 million or something,
yes,
she said. Yep.
Yes, which was very scary. And then she had another go at it. And wouldn't it be just lovely if everyone
had the
could have another go at having a business that...
Although her other go, did you...
But I do quite like her.
I do like her. Well, but she was the first person to say she's no business sense.
Yeah.
But she brought in, it was some billionaire. She did say that. But she brought in a billionaire investor to look at it, and he's like, absolutely no way. Your books are a mess. This is not going to happen. No. Yes. And he refused. And then he went home, and his wife walks out in a dress, and he's like, well, that's stunning. Where'd you get that? And she's like, oh, it's Victoria Beckham. And then shows the whole, because she's actually very good.
She is very good. She is very good.
Designer part.
I maybe just was having a bad day because it's just like,
Isn't it well for you in your Cotswolds home?
And
they're there too. We need to do
have to Cotswolds. Here we come.
Here we go.
Tour. No, I just was like, there's lots of really difficult stuff going on in the world, and we're worried about it raining on your seats. I can't.
It was a bit of a disaster.
It was a bit of a disaster. The fashion show part was a bit of a disaster, and my nerves would be wrecked.
And she does employ 100 people.
Yeah.
So so their jobs would have been.
I just was like, no. This wasn't for me.
Oh, interesting.
My little
That's okay.
minister daughter heart was just like, there's children dying in the world, and you're worried about seats getting wet for posh people to walk up and down with
fair enough
on.
That is reasonable.
But watch it, because there's something to talk about. Oh, did it again? Watch it. It's something to talk about. Much preferred his documentary.
I haven't watched it yet, actually. I do need to watch it.
Yeah, and that she openly says, I'm doing this because he had his. I'm just like, oh my dear. Well, you know what? Maybe that's quite endearing.
Do you know what? Celebrities that are still together after 27 years, I love that.
Maybe it's quite endearing of her to be so honest too.
Yeah. Okay. See you next week.
And there, less opinions, possibly not next week.
Not a chance. Goodbye.
Bye. 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 Bye.